Greetings to all you SMACers and students and guests. I'm so glad that you could check us out here at Mr. Movie School. Well, it looks like we're finally taking SMAC on the computer. And so I'm very excited about this, and it's going to be very, very convenient for you SMACers out there. But for those of you who aren't my students, you probably have several questions. For instance, what is SMAC? Who are the SMACers? What is our purpose here? And don't you have anything better to do? Let's tackle the first question. What is SMAC? SMAC stands for the Secret Movie Appreciation Club. In all honesty, there isn't anything secretive about it, although it might have seemed like it in the early days. It was just an excuse for some of my students to get together on a Friday afternoon after school and watch a classic old movie. Next question. Who are the SMACers? SMACers are pretty much anybody who attends any of our functions. So what is our purpose in doing this? Originally, it was to educate the students about the art of movies. Many of them have heard of the titles but haven't actually seen these films. We're talking about such movies as Casablanca, Singin' in the Rain, Duck Soup, Gettysburg, The Day the Earth Stood Still, Ben-Hur, movies such as that. Now, it's completely free to the students. We don't make any money off of this whatsoever. But the great part is they go home with a deeper understanding about what makes a good movie. And they become thrilled and naturally curious about other movies. The next question is, don't you have anything better to do? Probably, but this is more fun. Now, I have to confess that part of the fun for me is watching the students see these movies for the very first time. Many of them aren't prepared for some of the emotions and the reactions that they get as a result of watching these movies. For instance, it's fun to watch them screaming with fright and laughing at the same time at Harold Lloyd in Safety Last, or to see them laughing themselves silly at the end of The Miracle of Morgan's Creek, or to see them moved by the power and the passion of the vicar's speech at the end of Mrs. Miniver. This is all great stuff. Of course, since we're putting this on YouTube, that means that there'll be more people to see this than just my students. Well, that's fine. You're welcome to it. It's certainly going to be cheaper than taking some class on film appreciation. But many of you might not know anything about movies and you're interested. You want to learn more about movies. Or maybe you're just wanting to add to your own video collection, especially since some of these titles are ultimately being released on DVD and Blu-ray. So how is this all going to work on YouTube? Well, we're not actually going to show the movies here on this site, obviously, but we do have two videos for each movie. One is an introductory video and one is a follow-up. What you need to do, the first step, is to go scroll up and down and find a title that you're interested in, like, for instance, King Kong. Once you pick out a movie, don't watch the videos that we put on it. The second step is to actually obtain a copy of the movie. You can buy it, you can borrow it, you can rent it, you can check it out of the library, maybe it's coming on TV, whatever. Just make sure that you have a copy of it. The third step is to come back here to YouTube and then watch the introductory video. Now here we're going to give you some interesting information, some neat things to know before you actually watch the movie. Now, we're not going to give away any spoilers or anything like that. We feel that the best way for a movie to tell the story is for the movie to tell the story. So we're not going to give away any secrets. Then the next step is to actually watch the movie, and of course that's going to be the fun part. Then, when you're done with the movie, come back to YouTube and watch our follow-up video. Now here's where you're going to get some really interesting information, some background stuff, maybe some of the history behind it, and interesting things to think about. Also along the way, we're going to have some more fun stuff. For instance, some trivia questions. We're going to offer some of those on there as well. Now, when all is said and done, you've seen the introductory video, you've seen the movie itself, and then you've seen the follow-up video, then you should be able to have a pretty decent conversation concerning the film. Then, once that's done, we invite you to come back and look up another title and go through the process again. We have lots of fun doing this. My students and I have a blast, and we want you to as well. So have fun with this, and we look forward to seeing you often here at Mr. Movie School. You might even decide that you want to pass this information along to your friends. Feel free to. Just tell them where to go on YouTube and let them check it out for themselves. Anyway, have a great time, and we'll see you around.